We got more bounce in California than all y'all combined. We got more bounce in California. We like to party all the time. We got more bounce in California where the hustlers all reside. We got more bounce in California, rolling easy when we ride.
Well, excuse me for a while, but it's time to propagate. I'm coming from the land where the seasons never change. We're all around the world, they're all looking to LA. Always the first in new directions, cause Cali leads the way.
We got more bounce in California than all y'all combined. We got more bounce in California. We like to party all the time. We got more bounce in California where the hustlers all reside. We got more bounce in California, rolling easy when we ride.
Hello, it's Emily, and I'm here with a special installment of the League of Insomnia webcam videos. And it's special because, well, this is probably about the most exciting thing I will have done all summer. I went to California for a week with my family because Rosie, my sister, is leaving for the Peace Corps, aka Tanzania, in Africa, next week. So we decided to do one last big family vacation thing before she leaves us for 2 years. So we went to California, and while I was there, I was like, wait, this would be a really fantabulous webcam video vlog thing, not vlog, a vlog, that I could do when I got back. So, of course, we got back last week, and I'm just now actually putting everything together into making a video because I'm a procrastinator. And also, I've been really busy with lots of stuff going on the past week. Like, I got a job, and we did a lot of rehearsals, and I decided to start working out in earnest because I'm not going to die. That is my goal, to not die. Good goal, you know. Anyway, so I will tell about my vacation day by day, and then I will insert little video clips that I had taken on those days in California. So this will be like a retrospective look back at my time. Is it going?
Yes, it's going.
So day one, not 2 or 11, day one, we went to be members of the studio audience for The Price is Right, which is a show that I've been watching since I was a little girl because my mom, it's one of her favorite shows, so obviously I watched it with her. And there's a long and involved story about everything we had to go through for that, but the show airs that we were taping, airs, I can't talk. It airs next week on June 14th at, I believe, 11 a.m. Check your local listings. So I'm going to try and get that onto the computer somehow and record it so I can like take the little bits of like when you can see us and then put them all together and then talk about my time there and put that up as a vlog in itself so they don't take 50 million minutes here describing everything about it. So yeah, that's day one.
LA establishing shot.
Day two, we went to Madame Tussauds, which is a wax museum, which, that sounds boring, but it's like people made out of wax. It's like really like all these famous people that people have, well, Madame Tussauds, well, she originally did it in like the 1800s. People in general working at / for the museum make famous people out of wax for a living. So then they have them in this building that they put all these cool lights on because I'm a nerd and I like lights. And then people go around and then take pictures with them. And then after we went to Madame Tussauds, we went to the Grauman's Chinese Theater, which is the place where they have all the famous people's like handprints and signing their names and footprints and stuff like that. And it was really cool because they had people from like the 1920s through like now, and all these famous people and these amazing, oh my gosh, like some of my like role model, hero, idol people none of those are exactly the right term, but like people who are just like freaking talented and I wish I could ever live up to them.
Hey look, it's Chinese, and it's a theater, and it has lots of cool people's handprints and names and things, and I will put up pictures of that on Facebook, so I don't feel the need to do that right now.
And finally, to complete day 2, we went on a Warner Brothers studio tour, which was amazing because, well, first of all, our tour guide was awesome, Stephanie. Shout out. You'll never see this. I don't know why I'm shouting out to you. But anyway, so we went on a backlot and front lot tour of Warner Brothers Studios, which I didn't know this before I went on the tour, but that's where they film Chuck. Ah! So I was very happy, and we told our tour guide that we were fans of Chuck. So she was like, oh, so she had that story in her mind. So she told us a bunch of stuff. Like, we went through this, like, foresty thing that they have. She's like, oh, this is where they had where they went to Africa for Doctors Without Borders, and this is where they had their training when they did their training. I don't know, she was much more eloquent than me. So I'm talking really fast because I'm trying to get everything in without boring you all to death. So yeah, and then some of the other buildings were like sets of Gilmore Girls and a bunch of other shows that I like. And then we went on the set of Big Bang Theory, which is one of Rosie's favorite shows, so she was happy about that. And then I got to go on the set of Chuck. And I was like freaking out because first we went in and we went into the cage at Bymore. And I was like, this is so cool, it's the cage, oh my gosh. And I thought that was cool in itself. And then we walked out of the cage, and then we turned left, and then we walked into the courtyard, which I don't know how many of you actually watch Chuck, but if you have, you know that the courtyard is like where a lot of scenes take place, and like most main characters live off of the courtyard because Chuck lives there along with Sarah, and Morgan has lived there. I think he moved out. I don't know. I've been watching a lot of old episodes, so I don't really remember exactly where everyone's living now, as of now. But anyway, then Ellie and Awesome live there, and Casey lives there, and so yeah, like everyone has their apartments off of this courtyard. So we walked into the courtyard, and then we got to like peek in the windows and stuff of like all the apartments because we weren't allowed to go in or take pictures, or else I'd be showing millions and billions of pictures here. But yeah, it was amazing, and it made me happy. So happy to walk in the same places that those like Zachary Levi and Yvonne Strahovski and Adam Baldwin have walked in and acted in, and I'm a dork. So that was day 2.
It's the demonic red-eyed pigeon!
Then on day 3, we went on a whale watching cruise, which was 2.5 hours, I think. And, well, I took some video on this day that I think will basically say it all. Here's us at the beginning.
Hi! Hello! We're on a boat! We're on a boat!
Then we saw some dolphins, which was really, really cool.
Now we're seeing some dolphin activity.
And then here is us by the end.
On vacations, it's very important that you leave yourself open to the possibility that you might learn something about yourself. It's true. I learned that I get very, very seasick. That I never want to go whale watching again. Although we saw dolphins. And then we spent 2 more hours on this boat. Me in the fetal position, pretty much. It wasn't pretty. No.
So that's all we did that day because all of us in the family got seasick. So yeah, then we went back to the hotel and slept